we've got a real good event coming up. I want to bring your attention to, and that is a blood drive. And this is an annual blood drive held at Emanuel United Church of Christ, the Warren Ackermann Memorial Blood Drive. And if you what they've done, they've partnered up with the New York Blood Center, and anyone that gives blood at one of these events is going to have an opportunity to be entered into a sweepstakes for a really good prize. And joining us tonight is Mr. Eric Ackermann from Emanuel United Church of Christ and from the Blood Drive. Eric, how are you?
Good. How you doing, Ed? Thanks for having me on.
Oh, please, our pleasure. And now, tell us first. Let's start off. It's the Warren Ackermann Memorial Blood Drive, and Mr. Warren Ackermann was your father.
Yes. Going back 6 years when we first had it, it was part of two of our menus, a mother and daughter. Gabrielle Rosado was a Girl Scout going for her Silver Star, and she was doing a community project to get this Silver Star. And at the time, my father was ill and in the hospital, and he was going through dialysis, and he had a few blood transfusions. So she thought it would be nice and do it in honor of him. And at the time when we first had it, he passed away right before the actual blood drive, so they changed it to memory of him. So it wound up to be a combination type 2, the Warren Ackermann and Gabrielle, like a scholarship, because when the girls do blood drives, they get like money towards tuitions for school, and also this was also a community project for her. So that's
nice.
That's how we got started.
Nice. So now tell us a little bit about your dad. He was correct? He was the pastor at Emanuel.
No.
Is that the correct term? No.
No. He my mother and him, they met at church. They fell in love. They got married, and I have 2 older brothers and a younger sister, and we're lifetime members there. But he was a Sunday schools teacher. He was a treasurer. He was on the board of consistory. He taught Sunday school. He was in the choir. So whatever job there was in church, he filled it in some form of way. But we just active members in that. And Emanuel is like our second family. It's a group of people that are there to help one another, and we have a good time, and we're just there to support and love and learn.
Okay, see, I was under the impression, and maybe it's because of you and your brother Artie. I look at you two and I just say, that those are the sons of a pastor.
No, we cover our horns pretty well at times.
But your family's been involved in this church, and this has been an involvement for you for your whole life.
Yeah, I've been there my whole life, and my parents, I would say, over 60 years, they've been involved with the church. And before my parents met, my mother went there with her mother and her sisters and that. So it's
that's wonderful. It's a great continuity and so on. So now, tell us about this. What kind of prize can someone win by coming and giving blood next Saturday?
All right. Well, we're looking for people to donate blood, and we're having the blood drive on July 27th, Saturday, between 9 a.m. to 3. And everyone that participates in donating blood will be entered in a raffle, which will hopefully someone from our church who donates will win a pair of Super Bowl tickets. And I believe it's like valued at like $2,500. And the Super Bowl is going to be here in the New York area, in the Jersey area. So we're hoping that we can get a lot of volunteers donating. We have a goal of about 50 pints that we want to do, because every pint of blood that someone donates helps save 3 people's lives. And
that's great.
The fact that a lot of people may not know, the hospitals, they use about 2,000 pints a day to help people get through whatever crisis they're in. And without this blood, you know, they may not make it. So that's why we're trying to help. And during the summertime, it's very scarce with the blood drives and that, because I believe you can't keep blood too long. They have to, like, rotate it and that. So right now during the hot months, that's what they look for, and that's why we try and do the best we can, and we hope that everyone out there listening and pass on to your friends and tell whoever, you know, come down and donate. And we have air conditioning, so...
That's great. Now you say here 50 pints to your goal, and you know, I've actually never gone into to spend too much time at a blood drive, and so forgive my ignorance here. But you say 50 pints to your goal. How many pints can you get out of one person?
Well, they just take 1 pint of blood, and then what they do is they separate it into like 3 parts. They use like the red cells, the plasma, and platelets, all from 1 pint of blood. So that's what each part would go to someone else. So it's not like basically 1 pint of blood for one person. When they break it down and do whatever they do to it, they break it down into 3 pints, where like there's different blood types where certain types may not go for someone else, but I believe the plasma part of it would be good for everyone. So this way, that's how it helps.
All right. So now, when you come in, do you have to know your blood type or anything, or you can just come in and as long as you're healthy? I mean, what are some of the requirements they have for you?
All right. Well, once you come in, you'll fill out like a questionnaire, and you just check out like they'll ask like some questions about like health issues and stuff like that, and different types of questions. That is secure. No one from the church looks at it. It's all dealt with the people from the blood center, so everything's kept confidential. The requirements, though, you need to be at least 16, and you need parental consent. And if you're older than 76 years old, you need a doctor's note. You need to weigh at least 110 pounds and be in good health. And the one thing that they suggest is that you eat something before you give blood. So just in case you've never done it before, you not get lightheaded or whatever. But they got trained staff there. And going back to when this first started, I hated needles. I never wanted to give blood or anything like that. It's like, no. But then because I was a big scaredy cat, and when it came to the point where they were doing it in honor of my father, it's like, well, this is my first time. I got to give, you know. It was for a good cause and that. And they're very nice, the people, and you get a different group of people each year depending on their availability. But they take time, and they explain stuff to you. They make you comfortable. And, excuse me, sorry. And they just keep it relaxed, and you know, they walk you through every single step, so you feel comfortable. And you know, being that I've done it mostly in the church, our church, I know the people there, so that they always look out for you. And then after you give the blood, they give you a little snack too. So
that's good. And you've done it, so it's not really it's not that big of a deal to do it, right? I mean,
no. Basically, it's just they look first. Part of the test, you fill out the questionnaire. Then you go for a screening where they take your temperature and they do a little finger prick test just to check your iron and stuff to make sure that everything is okay. I'm sorry, excuse me. And then if you meet the requirements, they send you to the next step, and that's waiting to get to the part where they actually just insert a needle into one of your veins. You get to choose which arm you'd like. You know, if you're lefty and you're right with the one hand, so you can tell them whatever. But they insert a needle into the vein, and then you just basically, you remember on the bicycles they had those little grip handles?
Right.
Yeah, so what they give you is one of those, and every so often you just, like, pump it, just to, like, pump the vein, and it goes into the bag. And I would say a matter of 5 to maybe 10 minutes, depending on how fast your blood is. That's it, you're done. And then you sit down and just, you know, relax, have some juice, some cookies, something, and then you're done. And
very good.
Yeah. The one other thing is, if you've gotten a tattoo or got piercing within the last 12 months, they won't take you. And there was one other thing. Oh, and with donating of blood, every 56 days you can give blood.
Okay. So if you donate here and then you go elsewhere to New York Blood Center, you can have multiple chances to win tickets this
Absolutely.
This is a great opportunity locally.
Yeah. Every 56 days, and it's a good charity event and good community fundraiser, to get people together and, just help the community out, especially, with all the tragedies we've been having with Sandy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can sign up for a program that they have. And what happens is you get so many points every time you donate blood, and those points could go towards a prize. They have like a little website, and you can pick out like CDs or cameras or something, depending on how many points you get. You just tell them you want to join, or you go online to like the New York Blood Center, and you sign up, and you get a card. And I'm a gallon member because within my life I've given over a gallon of blood from,
how many pints is that?
What's that?
How many pints is that?
Let's see, a pint's a pound. That would be about 8. Yeah, about 8.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
as much whiskey as I drink, I should know how many pints are in a gallon. Yeah. So let me change gears here for a second for you. Now you've lived in this community your whole life. Now I remember when I worked on Jamaica Avenue, your brother Artie, he worked at Jason's. Did you work there as well?
Yes, I worked at Jason's, and you worked in Phil's right next door. We'd go in for our sodas or sandwiches or something like that. And yeah, no, that was the place. It was either Lewis's or Jason's where a lot of us worked. So, but my whole family, even my sister, we worked in the toy store. So the four of us
and what was that like, man? Because that was such a fantastic place, Jason's Toy Store, especially, especially around Christmas and stuff. But what was it like working there?
It had its good days and bad days. During the Christmas rush and during the back to school, you would get all those little composition books, the black ones.
Mm-hmm.
We used to get like hundreds of cases of these books that we'd have to carry either upstairs and usually the lowest one on a ladder, they would get stuck carrying those boxes upstairs and that. But getting to know like all the new toys and the new things that were coming out, and like during Christmas time, like with the big wheels at the time were big, we'd get to put them together or test things out and play with the things, and so it was fun. You didn't have to buy the toys because you played with them at the store.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun, and you could walk to work, it was a matter of a 5-minute walk for us, and
right.
But it was
it was a great place, and when they were closing, I went in because I wanted to buy that thing off the wall that had that little countdown that told you how many days until Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Remember the thing behind the counter?
Yeah. No, I remember because there was a lot of things, because even down in the basements you'd always have like a little summer crew or whatever, or the Christmas crew, and there would be a wall that everyone would sign or draw a picture or something like that down there. So that was always another highlight down in the basement where.
Wow. Okay, that's great. Yeah, those were great days. It was.
Because it was like a family type thing where after work, what would happen is sometimes we'd go out for someone's birthday and go out for drinks or whatever, and just have a good time. It wasn't just I got to go to work today. It's like.
Right.
Then it was like, I got to go to work today. I wonder what toys are coming in. I hope the shipment of new video games or something like that. And,
right.
And then early on too, they had like the street fairs where everyone would have like a table outside, and we'd either dress up with cowboy hats or something like that to promote the store and get them in, and then also with back to school sales. You would check either Lewis's or Jason's to see who gave out the best coupon or prize when you bought your school supplies there. I remember Lewis's used to give out like tickets for the Carvel, and then Jason's, they gave out, they would either, something from the store or that. But a lot of fun times, a lot of good memories.
Yeah, indeed. Listen, I want to thank you for calling in. We're gonna let everyone know about next Saturday. And that's that's at Emanuel Church. And what are the hours on this? Now I'm trying to look.
It's not 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., and it's Saturday the 27th, and it's going to be up in the auditorium. So it's not like it would be on the 91st Avenue, where you'd go up the side and then just go up the steps to the auditorium, and we'll be back there, and we'll have plenty of room for everyone. So,
that's great.
Appreciate anyone that comes down and just pass the word to your friend or whoever, and we'll have a good time.
That's great to hear. Well, listen, thanks for calling in. Good luck next Saturday. I hope you guys surpass the 50 pint mark.
Yeah, because if we get 50 pints, and if it's like 3 people to a pint, that'd be 1,500 people that we can help save and get them around. And one other thing, Ed, I just want to thank you and Josephine for all the work that you do in the community. It's really appreciated, and thank you very much for all that.
Thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it, Eric, and thank you.
Okay, take care now.
All right, my friend. Be well. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
That's Eric Ackermann, a real good family. It's real good to hear how long they've been involved with the church. That kind of continuity, those kind of roots that really make a community special. Families like this, and it's really great. And